opportunities if anyone wants to go to them. There's lots of training on the League of Minnesota City's website too. I just want to make sure everyone knows that it's there and available to everybody. Yeah, other than that, that's everything I have for my department.
Okay, thank you. Anything else for Darcy?
Where's the crying baby?
At home with my husband.
All right, old business, storage fees for impounded vehicles.
Yeah, so we approved this fee to add to our fee schedule last year, but we never really talked about where we wanted the money to go. So, Jason asked if we could put it in his 401 fund or if we should just put it in the general fund. Up to you guys.
Thoughts?
What's been done in the past?
It's
Nothing.
Brand new.
We just picked it a fee.
We're
Okay.
trailblazers right now. Departmentally speaking, is there anything else, Darcy, that replicates this where, Parks and Rec does this and they collect that and it goes in their fund, fire department collects this, goes in theirs, or is this completely new and unique to what could be perceived as the police department versus general fund?
The only thing I could see that would really argue for the general fund is I think, Bruce, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's stored at the maintenance shop.
Yeah, between the color.
Both.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can hear me, but
Yeah,
no,
he agreed.
yeah, he confirmed that, yes, they're stored there. So really, it's two.
I don't know if that would be an argument for it to be in the general fund or.
So it's really multiple departments working collaboratively to collect vehicles as opposed to just one or the other.
Yeah, I collect them, I mean, it's,
You collect them, he stores them.
yeah, it's just, we got the fenced in area between the two buildings, and then
Yeah.
I use part of that space, but part of it gets used for the flower, what is it called?
Sprinkle sprouts.
Sprinkle and sprouts, and part of it for maintenance.
I have no real opinion. I could flip a coin. That doesn't seem like good rational thinking. Anybody else with thoughts? General fund or 401 fund?
I, just thinking, how the fire department, when they do their services, if you will, that goes in the fire department. Just kind of knowing background on how all these vehicles get impounded, that service that's done by the police department, correct?
Correct.
So that's how I view it.
Okay.
I'd say the argument there is the police department's part of the general fund, the fire department has its own fund.
Okay.
Can you explain that more, Darcy?
Well, the police department is just all a part of the general fund, the 100 fund, and we separate everything to do with the fire department, that's the 201 fund. So anything done with that regular fire department stuff is in that fund. This 401 fund would be for capital improvements, specific to the police department.
Anybody else with thoughts or movement?
I would say just put it in the general fund.
Okay. Making anything?
Kind of on the fence too. I mean, it's
How many cars do we impound?
right.
How many do you get?
Only a couple usually.
Yeah. I'm not talking a lot here.
How much money are we talking usually, like annually?
The thing is, it's hard to say. We don't do a lot of forfeitures anymore. They've changed the statutes on that, so it's a little more difficult for us to do a forfeiture. But when we do attempt to, sometimes we end up having to give the vehicle back anyways, but we were storing it for a period of time. So then I've gotta be able to provide it back to them in the same manner, so if the battery's dead or junk, or I may have to help cover that, or if any damage were occurred to it, our department would be liable to that, for that damage. But usually we only get a couple, maybe for a couple months out of the year. The latest one, it's been in our impound lot for about 2.5 months that we had towed on from a pursuit that we're involved in.
So we're not talking about very much money, but you do incur some expenses in the process.
Yeah, because we're paying the toll bills out of that. We have to pay the toll company to toll it there. And the last one we had, it was towed in and put in our impound lot so that we could execute a search warrant on it the next day. So we're paying that toll bill of $180 plus.
So where's that money coming out? What fund is that money coming out of?
That comes out of my budget, my annual budget.
Which should be the general fund.
Yeah, it'd be the general fund.
We try to collect that money, of course, like this vehicle, if the owner comes back to get their vehicle, which they have been in contact with me a week or so ago, trying to figure out how much it's gonna cost so that they can come and get it. But they would be responsible for those toll fees to pay us back, as well as the storage fees then.
And what exactly is the purpose of the 401?
401 is the capital fund, so that it helps us to pay for the large purchases that are hard to save, or hard to budget in 1 year. So a lot of the larger equipment in our squad vehicles, the squad vehicle itself, because you don't want to budget for a new radar system that costs $5,000 all in 1 year. So you want to try to save a little bit each year, so that when you need a new one, you have that money saved for it. So I've kind of got an equipment list with a breakdown of average lifespan, and I base it off of that to try to figure out how much I need to save each year, so that when those pieces of equipment are worn out or go bad, I have the money saved to purchase a new one then, out of that capital fund.
Or a motion.
So the impounded vehicles, your expenses you incur with those that comes out of the general fund then?
Yes.
That would come out of 401?
The expenses would come out of the general fund, yes.
Okay,
If we have any, yes.
right.
Most of the time, we're able to collect from the person, but sometimes not. Sometimes we're Yeah, as Darcy said, we're just trying to figure out what to do with that money. If we put it all in the general fund, if we put it all in the 401 fund, if we split it part way, each way, doesn't make any difference to me. We're just trying to figure out where it's going.
Well, actually, if you can access the general fund for your expenses, then that's probably where it should be, I would think.
Yeah, the way I look at it is your investment shouldn't come off of impounded vehicles that we may never collect a bill. So let the general fund take the hit, not the capital fund.
Yeah,
It's Mickey Mouse money, no guarantee on it, so let the city pay the cost, the bills, and leave you harmless out of that, and let your budget stand the way it is.
okay.
So, do we have a motion?
You got a motion?
Motion for the impounded vehicle cost storage fees to go into the general fund. Do we have a second?
I'll second that.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, general fund. Accept the $2,000 grant from Staples Motley Area Community Foundation for skate equipment. We probably needed a motion to go, just for clarity, to go after the grant. We didn't. We received the grant. It's a matching fund grant, so that means 2,000 becomes 4,000. So we just need a motion to accept the grant for a new skateboard tabletop ramp that I will be excited to be on. Hopefully not break my leg.
So moved.
All right. Do we have a second?
I'll second that.
All right, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? And thank you to the Community Foundation. I've served on that board and with that board, and they just continue to do a lot for both communities. They're just a great organization, so thanks to them. Juneteenth, the new Minnesota state holiday, maybe. Update personnel policy. Darcy, did you want to talk about this one?
Yeah, sure. So, while I was on maternity leave, I kind of fell upon this lately because it happened while I was gone. Juneteenth became an official state holiday. It doesn't begin until August 1st, which misses the Juneteenth for 2023, but the legislatures are talking about it at their meetings this month, so it's very possible that it'll get past that this year will still count. And with a state holiday, no city business can be conducted, so City Hall cannot be open that day. So I would, assume we would make it another paid holiday and update our personnel policy, but
So we're deciding tonight if we're doing that, making it a paid holiday this coming June, and then, or what are you wanting, or what are you asking?
so you can either decide now that you want to, like, if you want to make it a paid holiday, that we start with this June, or that we can just reconvene next month and see if it passed or not and make the decision then. Some cities already just passed it as a holiday. Just depends on what you guys want to do.
Just my opinion, wait until after it's passed and reconvene, but that's just my opinion.
Anybody else? I think if the governor's gonna declare a holiday, then I think it's a state holiday, so that makes sense. So thanks to some, others probably have to work that day.
Yeah, and regardless of what happens this month, 2024, it is a state holiday, so
Yep.
we can't conduct business on that day.
Well, why don't we just wait it out, table it till next time?
Sounds good.
Okay, ordinance number 204, amending the zoning map, 25 and 26 in your packets. Ordinance amendment, land use and subdivision ordinance, the official zoning map. Full force and effect from and after passage publication according to state law. Need a motion.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Brenda. Do we have a second? I will second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Hearing none, motion carries. Resolution authorizing summary publication of revised zoning map. We need a motion.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Brenda, second.
I'll second.
Second by Nikki, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Hearing none, motion carries. Ordinance number 202, the amendments on fence regulations. I think we talked about fences all winter long.
Right.
I will make the motion to approve the resolution. Do we have a second?
Second.
All right, we have a second by Pat, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Resolution of committing funds to the capital project fund, that is on 29 through 34, well, wait, no, that is on 31 through 34. We're looking for a motion to approve.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Brenda, do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Pat, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Hearing none, motion, resolution carries. Ordinance update.
Yeah, so I brought this up last year, and me and Nikki have been talking about it. She wanted me to bring it up again. But I think our ordinances could really use a good update. There's ones that don't agree with each other, ones that are missing stuff, and overall it's just kind of hard to read, so I think it'd be good to do an update. American Legal Publishing is who we originally went through in 2004. Unicode was just another option that some cities do.
Well, I'm all for straightening things out. You're the one that deals with these the most, and I'm gonna trust it if you see we have some that step on the others and they're confusing, and that doesn't serve us well or the city well, so I think it's probably time.
So which one do you prefer, or which one would you suggest, Darcy?
I would suggest sticking with American Legal Publishing since they are familiar with us. They already have everything from 2004 and before.
Sure.
So yeah, what I need from you guys, Glenn, is to decide how you want to do it. If you want to just purchase the new edition of the Minnesota Basic Code and have them edit it with all of our ordinances that we have passed. And if you want to keep Title 17 in there with our local ordinances, that kind of option A. From looking at our current code, it seems like mostly our Title 17 is just editing the basic code anyway, so I don't know if it's possible to just nix it and make sure we update the basic code, but and then whether you want to start this project now or if you want to budget and wait until next year, or what your timeline is.
So that would be $2,500 for option one.
$2,500 to update Title 17 plus the $400 for the basic code. So it'd be $2,900.
Right.
Are those types of funds, do they already exist in like your admin budget per se? Like we could get started right now. Correct?
Yeah, I mean, we could do it, and if, we go over budget, and it comes out of reserves, but, $29 isn't a super ton. Our other option is we can, move budget money from one fund to another.
Yeah, my desire is that you seem ambitious with this, and I don't see the point of waiting another year. But we have the ability to shift money to make it happen now, and the need is there, why wait another year? And that would be my
I
recommendation.
agree.
Yeah. If we gotta move, we gotta move money.
It's important to have these cleaned
Yep.
up and
So I will make the motion to go with American Legal Publishing, option A, at a cost of $2,900.
I'll second that.
It was seconded by Nikki. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, you just got job security for another year, Darcy. You got something to do.
Sounds good.
Should be worried about running out of work.
I can hear you jumping on the bed.
Yeah.
In relation to all that stuff too, Brenda had brought up whether we should have a sale of THC products. Other cities have adopted ordinances.
Yep.
Might be a good idea for us to adopt something too. So I can kind of work that in there with all these updates if you'd like.
Yes, please, I would like to be out in front of that before we have to react to it.
Do we need a motion on that, Darcy?
No, I can just look into it. You'll make a motion on the official
Okay.
ordinance, but I'll just move forward with the updates and then bring it back to you guys.
Now, exactly what would happen here? What are we,
It's just so that we can regulate the sale of THC. I mean, right now we don't have anything, so
like
Sure.
store openings or?
yeah, where they can be and stuff like that.
Or if they can even be here, that would also be,
I don't believe we can totally make it so they can't be here. I know Staples has been dealing with that
right,
recently. But I'll look into it and I'll get started on it and then I'll bring what I find to the council.
Perfect.
thank you.
Number 2, Muni Code.
That was just another option. That was the other
Got
possibility we could do.
it. All
We're
right.
going with American Legal Publishing.
Got it, thank you. Any unfinished business that you have that you feel the need to bring forward? Or
I
that,
got that.
okay.
I had asked about fire rates. Did you have a chance to look into that, Darcy?
I was looking into it. There was, some cities do it completely different than us. So I'm kind of compiling the information still. I was hoping we could talk about it maybe during budget time when we're doing that.
Okay.
Hopefully have enough information for us to make a decision.
Sure, I just didn't want it forgotten about.
Yeah, but it's a project on my desk.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Okay, new business, approval of fireworks permit for June Fest 2023. Pending the signature and receipt of the certificate of insurance. Do we have a motion to light up the sky?
I will make that motion to light up the sky.
There we go. A motion by Steve, do we have a second? We have a second by Pat. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, carries. Liquor license renewals, we have 4 for Motley Discount Liquor, Why Not Package Liquor, Bremer's Bar, and Ten High. We have a motion to approve those applications.
I'll make that motion.
Motion made by Nikki,
I'll second.
seconded by Brenda. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries on liquor license renewals. Any other new business? Public forum, any members from the public wishing to be heard? Council forum, any council members? Hearing none from public and council, upcoming meeting important dates. Citywide cleanup this Saturday, and yes, we hope that the 24 letters take active participation in that. 7:45 to 10:45. Thank you to Public Works and the City of Motley for providing this for our community. Planning and zoning meeting Tuesday, May 23rd at 5:15. I am a maybe on that night. I believe it is a big week in the high school that I'm in, and I think that's an awards night, so more than likely I won't be in attendance to that. City Hall is closed Memorial Day, May 29th. The Historical Society Open House, Monday, May 29th from 12 to 3. Next regular City Council meeting, Monday, June 12th, 6:30, with a time to be announced for our work session ahead of time of that. And June Fest, here we go with summer, Saturday, June 17th. We will go into a closed session to do the performance evaluation of our Public Works Director.
Darcy, you need a motion, right?
You need a motion for us to go into closed session, correct?
She hung up on me, but I do have that in my notes.
Yep. Okay. We need a motion to go into the,
I will make that motion.
motion by Steve, second
Second.
by Brenda. All in favor? Aye. Motion carries. We will officially adjourn the meeting after the closed session is finished. Thank you all very much.